Have you ever noticed how some people can earn more money every year and still feel financially stuck? Not broke, not struggling to survive, just permanently tight. Their salary goes up, their apartment gets nicer, their car payment gets bigger, their weekends become more expensive, and somehow, despite earning more than they ever did in their 20s, their financial stress never really disappears. This is the salary trap nobody talks about in your 30s. And the strange part is, it usually happens to responsible people, not reckless people. The people with stable jobs, decent education, good intentions, the people who did everything correctly. Imagine someone living in Chicago, Manchester, or Amsterdam. They're 33 years old, work in a respectable corporate job, maybe earning around $85,000 a year in the US, or 55,000 euros to 70,000 euros in Europe. On paper, this sounds comfortable, but after taxes, healthcare, pension deductions, and basic expenses, reality looks different. Rent or mortgage, $2,000. Car payment, $550. Insurance, $180. Student loan, $400. Subscriptions, dining out, weekends away, coffee, groceries, phone bills. And suddenly, a good salary starts behaving like survival income. Not because they're irresponsible, because modern middle-class life quietly expanded around their paycheck. And most people never notice it happening. In your 20s, lifestyle upgrades feel temporary. You tell yourself, I'm just rewarding myself after working hard. But by your 30s, those upgrades become permanent monthly obligations. That's the real trap. A financed car doesn't feel expensive when it's only $600 a month. A luxury apartment doesn't feel extreme when everyone around you is paying similar rent. A vacation financed through credit cards feels manageable because the minimum payment is small. Individually, each decision feels reasonable. Collectively, they create financial fragility. And the system quietly encourages this behavior because banks, car companies, and credit providers don't care how wealthy you are. They care how long you keep making payments. What makes this dangerous is that high income creates the illusion of safety. Someone earning $90,000 often feels financially secure compared to someone earning $45,000. But if the first person spends nearly everything they earn, and the second person keeps large margins between income and expenses, the lower earner may actually have more financial control. That's the uncomfortable part. Income can improve your lifestyle while simultaneously weakening your financial position. Let's do simple math. Imagine two people. Person A earns $100,000 per year. After taxes, maybe they keep around $70,000. But their lifestyle costs $5,500 per month. That's $66,000 per year spent, which means they save almost nothing. Now imagine person B earns $65,000. After taxes, maybe they keep $48,000, but they live on $35,000. They save $13,000 every year consistently. 10 years later, person B may quietly own investments, flexibility, and peace of mind, while person A still feels trapped inside monthly obligations, not because person A was foolish, because they confused income with wealth. Most people do. Psychologically, this happens because humans adapt extremely fast. What once felt luxurious quickly becomes normal. The nicer apartment stops feeling special after 6 months. The new car becomes emotionally invisible after a year. The expensive lifestyle becomes your baseline identity, and once your identity adjusts upward, downgrading feels emotionally painful, even if it's financially logical. That's why lifestyle inflation is so powerful. It doesn't feel like overspending, it feels like maintaining normal life, especially in cities and social circles where everyone else appears to live similarly. People rarely compare themselves to billionaires. They compare themselves to coworkers, friends, and neighbors. And that comparison quietly drives financial decisions more than math does. Financially intelligent people usually think differently, not dramatically differently, just more calmly. They understand that every recurring expense steals future flexibility, not just money, flexibility. A large car payment means fewer choices later. High rent means dependence on continuous income. Credit card debt reduces your ability to take risks, change careers, or slow down. So instead of asking, "Can I afford this monthly payment?" they ask, "What does this cost me over the next 10 years?" That single mindset shift changes almost everything, because wealthy thinking is often less about maximizing lifestyle and more about protecting optionality. The irony is that many people in their 30s are earning the most money they've ever earned, while simultaneously becoming less financially free. Not because they failed, but because modern middle-class culture quietly treats permanent consumption as success. And most people never stop long enough to question it. The salary trap isn't really about salary. It's about building a life where every raise immediately disappears into larger obligations. And once that cycle becomes normal, even a high income can start feeling strangely small. Awareness is usually the first real financial advantage people gain. Not a stock tip, not a side hustle, just the ability to see the system clearly. If you found this perspective useful, you can subscribe for more calm, realistic conversations about money and modern life.